There is going to be a reckoning coming in the AI industry. And it all comes down to the fact that the AI industry, has not been able to figure out what it really is. And this is a very much a present problem as opposed to a future problem, because I've spent numerous episodes now talking about the future of AI. So today I'm going to focus pretty heavily upon the soul searching that needs to happen with AI in the present. And the problem boils down to AI cannot figure out whether it is the whole solution to a problem or if it is just a piece of the solution to a problem. And this is important, especially when you're talking about hundreds, if not billions of dollars of investment money. You need to prove to these venture capitalists or to other businesses at large that the product that you have is a solution to what they're looking for. Because businesses are not interested in buying components unless they're in the assembly process. Most businesses want a whole solution to whatever problem that they're facing. And right now, AI just really can't figure out whether it's a complete solution or whether it's just a small piece of the puzzle, a tool to help you assemble a much bigger thing. And I will use a perfect example. Most small businesses want their business to be automated, from the payment processing to the marketing. They want all that, including outreach, automated as much as possible, so that way they could focus on continuing to produce product that they could then sell to this market that they're advertising to. The issue is that AI claims that they could handle all this automation for the businesses on hand. But it takes so much work and effort for small, medium, or large-sized businesses to get this AI integrated into whatever that they're using, because AI, as generatively capable as it is, just is unable to effectively take the desires of a business and turn into reality. And focusing back on that small business, when they want marketing related to their product, sure. But they also want they also want content that is relevant to what they are as an industry. And most generative AI, when it is creating content for that, just goes off the rails. It starts hallucinating things. In fact, even when used in a chatbot service to help alleviate chatbot functionality, people can trick it into actually making offers on behalf of the business, and those offers hold up in court. So it's imperative for the AI industry to really figure out in a very, very short, quick order, if it is going to be the solution, how is it going to be a solution for businesses? And if it's going to be a component of a bigger solution that is offered, like Microsoft's very much turning AI into a component of its operating system. If you really want to see a quick split in terms of component thinking versus whole solution, then look no further than Microsoft's Copilot, which is using GPT-4 from OpenAI. They have an agreement there. But the way that it works, it has a deep integration with their Microsoft Office and Windows Suite. So that way, whenever you ask the AI to do something, it is able to operate within those environments. But it is not a trans-platform thing. Microsoft Copilot is Microsoft's. It's deeply integrated with them. But if you're looking for a whole solution where you ask AI, hey, I somehow need this done, figure it out, and it creates all the steps and then generates the final product, like a marketing agent, that is able to automatically follow up using existing infrastructure that you have. It understands it. It pulls the APIs. The final solution, AI can't figure out what it wants to be. Does it want to be heavily and deeply a componentary tool of Microsoft or other services, or does it want to be the whole solution? It can't really make up its mind, and it's costing companies billions. Recently, Stability AI lost their CEO, and he tried spinning it, saying that he needs to step down because he wants AI to be democratized and spread all around, and having more centralized AI is not the solution. Yes, that's a lot of word verbiage salad, so let me just clean it up for you. He tried raising funding. He failed. His employees were leaving the company because they could see the writing on the wall. They could not get additional funding. So they did what naturally rats do when a ship is sinking. Not to say that employees are rats, but you get the idea. If you're on a ship, especially an old wooden ship, but if you're on a ship and suddenly you see young, small mammals booking it as high as they can up on your ship, you have a problem. Because normally those animals like to hide in the deepest, lowest crevices of a wooden ship. So if you see them booking it out, then you could probably safely surmise that the ship is taking on more water than it could handle, and it is sinking. Well, with Stability AI, that is the situation. They can't raise additional funding. They have about $8 million in burn. Their CEO saw where the tides were going and how his ship was taking on water, and he decided to leave too. It's not that uncommon when they take their millions and millions of dollars with them, and then they say, oh, it's this, when in reality, no, it's that. It's that the environment for startups, the environment for AI startups is finding it very difficult because the era of easy money has closed. And when you're in an environment where capital is so much harder to come by, you need to make sure that certain things like term sheets are properly and correctly formatted. You need to ensure that things that are anathema to startups like revenue matter, because if you're not bringing in any money, then you need to show that you're growing massively. And even then, even if you're growing massively, your burn rate on capital then comes into the picture. So there's a lot of things that AI startups now need to focus on that previous startups didn't have to worry about. That being said, I sense more of the bloodbath to come in AI startups, not only because as the big players become more capable, from like GPT-4 to GPT-5, or increased versions of Llama, where you have multimodal models that you could run on your own hardware. As those become more ubiquitous, startups are going to either adapt or die. And it's not an uncommon phenomenon. For instance, early on when GPT-2 was out and then it was GPT-3, a lot of writing software and startups came out. And then when GPT-4 came out, people are saying, well, why are we paying all these software companies when we could have the AI do it for us? And that wiped them all out. And I sense more of the bloodbath coming because the industry, until it really settles down and increases the pie, you have everyone fighting for what is essentially a very, very small pie. And I say billions of dollars is a small pie, but in the great scheme of things, it really is right now a very small pie. So my co-host is informing me that my time is short, so I will catch you in next week's episode. Peace.